Hey everyone, my name is Anthony Cofrancesco from brainyflights.com, and today I'm going to be talking about the American Express Platinum card. This is a super high annual fee card, but it packs a lot of really great perks. Now, before I jump into the video, I'm going to remind you that down in the description below, we have links to all of these cards. So before you go straight to the American Express website or the Chase website to apply, check out our friends over at Upgraded Points. They have a lot of really helpful content about these cards, and anytime you click their links, we make a small commission off of it, which helps us to create these helpful videos into the future and make them even better. Okay, so let's talk about the basics with this card. Now, the sign-up bonus, it's pretty large right off the bat. You're earning 60,000 points after spending $5,000 in your first 3 months of having the card. Now, keep in mind, you're gonna be earning 60,000 membership rewards points. Membership rewards points are a type of transferable point. I talk about this in depth in a lot of my other videos, but a transferable point just means that you can transfer those membership rewards points out to a handful of different airlines and a handful of different hotel partners, which helps you stay flexible and can give you very high redemptions on your travel. Now, in terms of how many points you're actually earning, you're gonna be earning 5 points per dollar spent on any airline, and then you can also earn 5 points per dollar spent on hotels, but only when you're booking those through the American Express travel portal. Now, that's something really important to keep in mind. With the airlines, you can shop at any airline, you're gonna earn 5 points per dollar, but remember, keep in mind the hotels are only hotels booked through American Express travel portal. Now, the annual fee on this card, it's quite high, $550. Now, you're probably wondering, why in the world would I wanna go and get the American Express Platinum card for $550 when I can go get the Chase Sapphire Reserve and some other really high tier cards on the market with a lower annual fee? And the answer to that is quite simple. It's because of the perks. And on this card, the perks are quite good. So number one, you're gonna get an airline credit of up to $200 a year, right? That is really easy to take advantage of. I talk about it in some of my other videos. $200 a year that you can spend on an airline credit. So one of the other really great perks of this card is the Uber credit, right? So every single month you'll get $15, right? And then in December, they actually give you a $20 bonus. So a total of $35 or $200 a year in Uber credit. So if you're one of the few people in the world that actually doesn't take Uber or doesn't spend more than $15 a month on Uber, then you might wanna let this card go by. But if you're consistently taking Uber, this is an easy way to get another $200 of value just from this card. So we've got the $200 Uber credit, we've got the $200 flight credit, we're already up to $400. You're saying, where's the extra $150 in perks come from? Here's where it comes from, right? So if you don't already have global entry or TSA PreCheck, you can get reimbursed up to $100 to get that done. That is a fantastic way to save a little bit of money there. But I think where this card really shines, I'd say the absolute biggest advantage is in the lounges, right? With the Chase Sapphire Reserve, you get Priority Pass, and Priority Pass is good. You can go to 1,000 lounges, more than 1,000 lounges around the world and get some really good value. But the American Express Platinum does even better. You get access to the American Express Lounge program, which includes the Centurion lounges. These things are top notch. I've been to almost every single one in the US and a lot of the ones outside of the United States. They have really great food, they have really great seating. Sometimes they have cool things like the lounge in Miami. You can get a massage or a manicure. So some really good perks like that. On top of that, you also get access to the Delta Sky Miles lounges. Those are really, really great. Very, very similar. They've gone under some very big upgrades recently where they've really upped the quality of their food. They have open bars where you can go and get alcoholic beverages. So they're really solid. The thing I like most about the Delta lounges is that they're in most airports, they're in every single airport that Delta flies to, but then on top of that, they're almost always gonna be right beside where your gate is. So if you're flying with Delta consistently, if you live especially in the southeast portion of the United States, you can really get a lot of value just from those lounges. Just to clarify as well, you also, in addition to getting the Global Lounge program with American Express and access to the Delta lounges, you also do get a Priority Pass as well. So you get access to a handful of different lounges all over the world that are quite top notch. Now, a couple other really important benefits that I want to talk about. You get Hilton Gold status. That's all right, but what's more important than that is the SPG Gold status, Remember, now having status with SPG also means you have status with Marriott and Ritz-Carlton. So Gold is the level that you can actually start to get some meaningful upgrades. You can get sometimes upgraded into suites or get some extra perks and comps when you arrive, so that can have a pretty high value. Obviously, this card is going to come jam-packed with a handful of different purchase and travel protections, and then no foreign exchange fees. So with that being said, I think if you're looking at who is this card good for, I'd say someone who is a seasoned veteran traveler, specifically if you're going to be traveling with Delta, you're going to be staying in SPG or Marriott hotels, someone who's using Uber a lot, you're going to be able to easily recoup that $550 annual fee. On top of that, this is kind of a subjective perk, but the card, I think, ever since they made it into the metallic silver design, actually looks really, really cool. The American Express Platinum card is one of those cards that's been around for a long time. It's globally recognized all around the world, and I know anytime I pull it out, I feel kind of cool when I do. So with that being said, I really hope you enjoyed the video. Again, if you are going to apply for this or any of our cards, just click the link down in the description below. If you want to see some cool merchandise, go to brainyflights.com, and then if you really, really want to dive into the real nuts and bolts of travel hacking, we have an entire course. It's 4 hours long on udemy.com, and it's called The Complete Guide to Travel Hacking. You can see all of that by clicking the links in the description below. All that being said, have an awesome day, and we'll see you in the next video.